Hey, it's Annie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a fun and maybe spicy one. So on my community page, I put out there, I said, I want to do an unpopular opinion video because I saw Charlotte Holdcraft share this and I'm like, that's a fun idea. Could be very interesting. Very interesting topics. I didn't look at any of them because I want it to be authentic and like my actual reaction to all of it. So let's get into the video. Angie says, my unpopular opinion is that embracing your hair's natural texture and color, specifically gray, can actually look prettier than the alternatives. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. I think that's great that you are embracing your gray. I don't color my hair. I don't color my hair. Funny story. My mom is in her late 70s and she wants to be gray because I think she has maybe a little bits like gray hairs here and there, but she doesn't have gray hair. And my almost 80-year-old mother wants to be gray. I think that's funny, but that's who I take after. I don't have gray hair. I think that it should be up to the individual. I don't think anything is wrong with coloring their hair. If you want to color your hair, color your hair. I don't know how I would feel if I had gray hair. Right now, I would say I probably would color it just because I'd like the color that I have. You know what I mean? Even when I was highlighting and low lighting my hair, it was pretty much similar to what I already have. What this is. And I don't even know what color it is. I don't even know what color I have. I have a lot of red in my hair, though. I always have. I used to be like really, really red when I was younger. But I think that if you embrace your gray, I think that's wonderful. I don't think that, but I just feel like it should be individual. I don't think anybody should be pressured to color their hair. I think that's wrong. And I think we need to get rid of the stigma that like gray means you're old, because that's bullshit. Okay. My husband started going gray when he was 18 and he did not color his hair. And then one day when I'm trying to think how old he was. He was in his 30s and he said he didn't want to be gray anymore. So I started coloring his hair. I still color his hair. And I don't do it because of me. I do it because of him, because that's what he wants. He wants to have his hair colored. So it's really an individual thing. And, that's all I want to say. I just think that if that's what you want to do, I think that's wonderful. I just think people need to stop with the, you're old because you have gray hair shit. No, but it should be based on how somebody feels about that for them. That's how I feel. Katie says that she has very fair skin and you've been disappointed in the color stories of all eyeshadow palettes that come out during last year or so. Although the shadows look fantastic in the pan, 90% of the shadows and the shades in the palette, whichever are simple or are simply too dark for an office daytime look. I did say, yeah, I agree, and I didn't mean to answer this, but here's the thing. I agree with what you're saying, but here's the thing. I remember a couple years ago, it seemed like every palette was neutral, okay? And I saw so many people like, oh my gosh, how many more neutral palettes? Another neutral palette, another nude palette. Oh my gosh, the browns and neutrals, blah, blah, blah. So then I think a lot of companies were listening to that. So then they started doing more colorful stories, okay? Colorful color stories, okay? You're not going to please everybody. For me personally, I love neutral, but I'm going to tell you something. Every single palette that Chanel has come out with lately has been neutral, and it's the same 4 freaking colors with a different stamp on it. Maybe it's a little bit deeper, some of them are lighter, deeper, whatever, but it's pretty much the same, and it's boring. I'm not saying it has to be crazy, but I wish they would get out of those neutral colors because I feel like there's other colors that are neutral, and I wish they would do that personally. I understand what you're saying, though. Because I know I wouldn't be able to do anything really bold and crazy. But then I feel like there's also so much you can do with neutral. And I think a lot of people are getting tired of it. So that's what I personally think why companies were kind of, you know what I'm saying? My unpopular opinion is that sometimes you get what you pay for. I'd rather spend a couple bucks more for a well thought out product than a bunch of products sitting around never getting used because they end up sucking or not comparing to their high-end dupes. Yeah. I agree. I can't tell you how many times, I have this one piece of hair that I'm just going to pull it. It's driving me nuts. I can't tell you how many times people have said to me over the years, can you share less expensive alternatives to makeup or whatever? And I've always liked, I hate calling it luxury makeup. I hate it. I think it sounds conceited or something. I don't like it. That's what the term is. I don't like it though. I really don't. I do use it because that's the term that people search for, but I hate it. When I was growing up, when I was a teenager, my makeup was from Marshall Fields because I'm from Illinois. That's where I started shopping for my makeup. And I used to get, I've said this before, I used to buy Borghese. I got their skincare. Actually, first was Clinique. I started off with Clinique first, and then I went to Borghese. I hope I'm saying that right. It was an Italian company. Oh my gosh, I loved their skincare. Smelled amazing, was amazing. And their makeup I loved. And then I went to Lancome. I never went to Estee Lauder because I felt like that was my mom's makeup. And I do like some Estee Lauder now, but I mean, Elizabeth Arden was a no too because that was like your mom's makeup. You know what I mean? So it was mostly like that's what I used. That's it. I don't like drugstore makeup. I don't like. I know a lot of people said it's gotten better, and that's great. It's just that I do think there's a difference between the two. And I do know people that are influencers that use both drugstore and luxury, which I hate to say luxury. And they have told me, they've said the same. They're like, there's a difference. And there is. I'm sorry that there is. Is all of luxury makeup worth it? Hell no. How many times have I come on my channel and told you that it isn't? So it just depends. There are some brands that I feel like I have better luck with and I feel like it's worth it. And some things, no. And sometimes I don't like to say worth it. Sometimes I don't like to say worth it because if it's something that's really expensive, I don't want to say that because, I don't know. Everybody's got a different budget, so I hate to say that. But if it's something that's going to last me a long time and it's really good quality, great packaging, it's going to last me a long time, to me, it's worth it. Beauty Victory says, the bronzer, contour, bronzer, blush, enough. Pick two. A blush and another. Most influencers are placing contouring on the top of their cheeks. It's not making their cheekbones look higher. It's diminishing them. It takes a talented hand and eye to do it. Besides blending, in winter, we're not bronzed. Just stop. Okay. I think contouring is bullshit. I do. I don't like it. I don't. I've said this before. I don't know if I've preached as much on here as I have on TikTok because there's so much of it on TikTok where people do this crazy shit with the contour. I used to do the contour when it first started. I used to do the contour thing. And then I would see myself in the light and I'd think, holy shit. Because the thing of it is here about contouring, when you're wearing it during the day, you're not going to be able to blend it out enough for it not to show up. In my opinion, you're not. If you blend it out that much, then you don't have the effect. The effect causes a shadow. Let me see here. If I don't really have shadows in here, but some lighting, you'll have shadows under here. Under studio lights, you'll have a shadow under here. That's what contouring does. You put that contouring down and in the right lights, especially with shadows, it's going to create an illusion where, you know what I'm saying? Like it's going to actually work. It's going to do the same for a nose and it's going to do all of that, your jawline, everything. But I will see people say that if you use this contour, you'll get rid of your like turkey neck. It's like bullshit. No, you're not. If I turn sideways, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see my neck, okay? It is not. Contouring is for stage, for film, for photography, TV. That's what it's for. It is not for every day. There are two influencers. I feel like I shared this in another story, another video, but I'm going to share it here too. So you're going to hear me say it twice. Two influencers, not going to say who they are. Both of them are really, really big. And one time she was doing a vlog, and I saw all of her contour in the daytime. You can see it. And she's a professional makeup artist. So you cannot sit here and tell me it just doesn't work, okay? And then I saw another one, the same thing. She's on TikTok. And if she doesn't use the right lighting, honey, you can see it. No. Now, as far as bronzer, I like bronzer. Listen to me here. Listen to me. I'm pretty fair and I live in Florida. Most people probably wouldn't even think I lived here because people probably think everybody here is tanned, okay? But I really protect my face. I like a bronzer because it warms up my face and it gives me some dimension without looking like I have stripes on my face. So that's why I personally like bronzer. I just feel like it gives my face more life. Does everybody need to use a bronzer? No. But for me, I do, and that's what it does for me. So that's just my opinion. But you're not going to change my mind about contouring because I think it's bullshit. And that's definitely an unpopular opinion. Contouring can only look good on photos. This is what Martha says. Contouring can only look good on photos. In real life, it always creates unnatural effects. Yes, exactly. And these people that will share a video and say, oh, if you do this, your jawline, blah. No, if you already have a good jawline, guess what? That contour is not doing anything anyways. You're just telling people that. But that's another thing is when I will see a makeup artist or a content creator that has nothing going on, okay? Nothing. They're fine. And they put all that shit on, and then they're like, oh, look at my jawline. Bitch, you're fine. The contouring didn't do anything. It's bullshit. So I'm going to say. Okay, this is fun. I like this. Light Fragrance says that I prefer full face makeup videos. There's always room to learn something new. Yes, I do. I do like to do those, but here's the thing. Not everybody likes to watch them. So that's why I like to break it up, and I will do like this one, and I'll do this and that and that. Not everybody wants to watch the whole thing. That's the problem. So, and there's so much to say. I feel like each thing, like if I do an eye look, like if I did a real-time video, like it would be over an hour. Okay, so that's why I like to break it up because there are things that people are specifically looking for. They might be searching like, how to apply, how to blend out eyeshadow, how to, do a cut crease or whatever it is, okay? They don't want to watch a whole video on the whole face. They just want that. So that's why I don't do those. Maria says, I like a dewy look nowadays. It's all dewy and highlights, primer, sunscreen, foundation, blush, more highlights, sparkly eye, lips, like a disco ball. It looks okay for a young person, but silly as we age. Less is more, ladies. Okay. I have a lot to say about this. I'm going to tell you where I was a couple of years ago. I don't know how many years ago. A couple of years ago, though, I was more like that. I had that mindset that, we got to a certain age and, okay, we have to start doing stuff differently. And now I say, no, I think that's bullshit. What does age have to do with it, though? Like, really think about that. What does age have to do with how I dress or how I wear my hair or how I wear my makeup? I don't wake up, you don't wake up suddenly one day and then you start reverting to the way your grandmother was. People have this mindset. I don't know if it's because of movies or TV shows or something when they show somebody that's older. Not all older people, like, here's the thing. We all age differently and we all look differently. You could have 10 people the same age and none of us are going to look the same. None of us are going to look the same. And I just feel like if you want to wear, like, one example of this, not even makeup, is ripped jeans. I wear ripped jeans and some people lose their fucking mind over that, but I don't really care because I'm doing it for me. When I dress in something, when I do my makeup and I do my hair, I don't do it for anybody. I mean, nobody but me. I do it for me. So if somebody has a problem with how I wear my makeup, and the problem is because you have a problem with the problem, you know what I'm saying? So I respect your opinion, but I don't agree. I have to disagree with that. I don't agree with that. I think that you should be able to wear what you want to wear. You should be able to wear the makeup that you want to wear. If it makes you feel confident in yourself and it makes you feel pretty, why not? I see younger people doing things that, like, I would never do, as far as, I'm going to say it, like a cutoff shirt. I see younger girls doing that, and sometimes I just think, but you know what? Who cares what I think? Who cares what I think? If she wants to wear a cutoff shirt, who cares? Like, I don't care. What does it matter to me what I think? So I think everybody can have their opinion, but I don't agree. I've really changed in this because I used to feel the same way too, but I don't anymore. I don't. Because I see plenty of women that just do their thing and they look amazing and they feel amazing. And to me, I think that's more important. And I think we need to stop. It's even like the gray hair. People think that if you have gray hair, you're old, and I don't agree with that. Okay. I think that we need to stop judging each other, and I feel like I just don't agree with that. I don't. I think you should be able to do what you want to do. If that's what you want to do, then do it. As long as you're confident doing it, that's what I think. Angela says, skincare regimens that cost more than a make in a month. Some influencers will state anyone who does not use these medical grade 200 to 400 products are just wasting their money and time buying cheaper, affordable skincare. This makes me feel horrible about myself because I could never afford these products. So according to these influencers, I might as well give up on skincare except their wrinkles, age marks, discoloration, dark circles. Okay. So I understand what you're saying. Let me explain a little bit about my skincare thing, and then I'm going to full circle back to that. So I have always taken good care of my skin. I have good family genes, but I've always taken really good care of my skin. I mean, back when I was a teenager, taking my makeup off and all that. And when I say taking good care of my skin, I mean I was cleansing and moisturizing. That's about it. Okay? And then when I woke up and I turned 40, I swear to you, I felt like my face fell. And for almost 10 years, I struggled with my skin. I just felt like no matter what makeup I wore, it looked like crap on me. It just looked dry. I had no glow. Like I said, and I just had like saggy skin. I am somebody that does not do Botox. I don't do fillers. I've never had any procedures, and I just haven't for me. But for me personally, I've noticed a difference in the skincare that I'm using, and the stuff that I use is not cheap. I'm not a professional skincare person. I'm not, and I say that all the time. I only share what works for me. I never push what I use. I just honestly say this is what I'm using. Okay. There is somebody that I follow, and her name is Amy, and she's a licensed master esthetician. And besides being a master esthetician, I believe she said that she has a chemistry background. She knows her shit. She knows about ingredients and all of that. She's in her 60s. Okay. She's never had anything done either. And that's one of the reasons that I like to follow her, because I just feel like, even though she's a little bit older than me, I feel like our skin is similar, and we're on that same journey of just using skincare and the microcurrent, because I use the Clear Blend. Okay. And her take on that is, you're not going to get everything beneficial from the drugstore. You're not. I'm sorry, you're not. This is what I would tell you. I understand you can't do all that. I would just pick one thing. Like, choose a really good, not even vitamin C, not vitamin C or retinol. Get something that is really full of peptides. Yes, they have some products at the store. They have peptides. I promise you it is not the same as the stuff that I'm buying. Because I'm going to share a skincare video, so you'll see my skin has changed drastically for someone that has not had any work done, and I'm 56. I'm not saying I look like I'm 20. But if I see pictures of myself when I was in my 40s, and I don't look like that anymore. I look better now than when I was in my 40s. So I know that what I'm doing is working. Like, I don't get facials or anything. I don't do any of that, okay? It is different. There is a difference. But nobody should make you feel bad about that. So I hope nobody's making you feel bad about that. But that's just the truth. Just either get a really good retinol if your skin can take it, get a good retinol, or at least get a good product that has peptides in it, really good peptides. If that's all you can do, you're still going to get a lot of benefits, and you don't have to use all the other stuff if you can't. That's what I would recommend. Okay. Tamara says, my unpopular opinion is that the Natasha Denona palettes are nice, but I don't get the must-have craze. You know what? I don't think anything is a must-have. I'm wearing actually a Natasha Denona palette eyeshadow look today. But I do not jump on every little release that she has. Here's the thing about eyeshadows, okay? If something looks interesting to me and colors that I want to wear, then I will purchase it. And especially if I've seen somebody do an eye look and I really like the way their eye look is, then I will purchase that palette. Okay, so maybe that's a mistake I made with the Papagrath because I only saw one. So maybe that's a mistake I made. Anyways, I understand what you're saying. That's why when I got the Glam palette a couple of years ago, when that one came out, people were losing their minds on that. And I got it and I was like, it's okay. I've grown to like it more, but I still don't think it's like the most amazing. That's it. That was fun. I would like to do this again. I like this. I think that's fun. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I did. It was really, really fun talking to you guys. And you guys know I always keep it real 100% here. So I hope that you enjoyed it. If you want me to share this again, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do another thread in another month or so and see if you guys are interested on my community page, and I'll just put it out there, and I'll just say, give me some more unpopular opinions, and we'll do this again because I enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Bye.